My parents used to get so mad at me because when I was a little kid, like I'd go up to the grocery store because we lived in a small town and, people would just give like puppies away and kittens away and, whatnot. And they'd always be giving puppies away and I'd come home with like a puppy like at least once a month. And then they'd always make me take it right back. And they're like, what are you doing? And actually, I think I hid one in my room overnight. I don't know. I was probably like 10 or 11. But yeah, like they didn't even notice, like I was taking it to the bathroom like throughout the night, and like the next morning they're like, what are you doing? And I just had this little puppy, and they made me take it back because they knew where I got it from, and so they made me take it back. But yeah, it was kind of funny because they used to get so mad at me, and I'd just show up at the house with a dog. I had a friend, well, I'd always talked about my own dogs, and I had a friend that made me put an application in and talk to the supervisor. And she's like, you're coming down here. And I was like, okay. And so then that's kind of how it happened because I wasn't going to, which seems silly because I love dogs. But I think I was still kind of like sad because I didn't have my dogs. It almost felt like I was like cheating on them or something. And so, yeah, so I waited a while. And so my friend finally was like, talk to the supervisor. And they just moved me down one day. And that was in it's like late 2013. And that's when it started. My first most favorite dog, which I didn't think, because I didn't really know anything about like the herding breed too much. And I heard that I was getting a red heeler, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like heelers. I just didn't know. And I got him, and his name was Gizmo, and he was my very first favorite dog I'd ever had, because he was just like the coolest thing. Like he was just my little sidekick. He was down for whatever. Like he would play ball for 6 hours if I let him. And he's just like so much fun. But he was like, he wanted to work, but then like when we weren't working, he was like loving and like just super sweet. So he was one of my favorite dogs. I mean, well, obviously you guys like having my back kept me like motivated and hopeful, so that really helped. But I think having like the girls there that I was close with and like the pod, like doing like family things together, like getting together for like birthdays and Christmas and like movie nights and that kind of thing, and then having the dogs on top of it, like kind of makes you feel like a real person. And I was also interacting with the community, like when the dogs would go home and that kind of thing. And so I think it just kind of helped me get through my time and not forget that I was in prison, but just made it easier that I was in prison. When I would bring it up, actually everybody that I talked to about it actually believed me. And they're like, yep, I 100% believe you. And, there was a few girls that I was close with that like I could really, really talk to about it. And they, I mean, would cry with me and, whatever we needed in the moment. So it was nice. And they can feel you, like they know when you're having a bad day, they know when you're in a bad mood, they know if you're sad, they know if you're happy, and they can literally just feed off of your emotions and adjust who they are for you. And so I think that's really, really cool because, like us as people, like we don't even know how to respond when somebody's crying, and like a dog will just come up and like lay their head in your lap. And so I think that's really cool. And so yeah, like just, them just being them and just seeing like, because they're always living in the moment, like they're never thinking about what just happened or what's going to happen, like they just are. And so I think they're a good reminder of just to be like in the moment and like knowing things are going to happen and they're going to pass, and then something else is going to come up, and there's going to be good days and bad days. And so I think just having them as little reminders is healing in itself. I really enjoyed it. I think just, and it doesn't even have to be dogs, I think just working with animals in general is what I want to do. And so I'm just excited to see where it takes me.